ever get that feeling? Like AI is just moving so fast that, I don't know, it's passing you by.
Yeah, tell me about it. This past week, it was a whirlwind of new models, updates, a whole thing.
Seriously. But you've come to the right place if you're feeling a little lost. This deep dive, we're going to get you up to speed on all the biggest AI developments,
Ah.
especially, well, some of these breakthroughs in how these models actually work, you know?
Absolutely. We're not just talking about like little tweaks or improvements here.
Right.
Some of these changes, I think they could completely redefine, well, how we use AI for everything.
Yeah, everything.
From, simple tasks to tackling some really, really complex problems.
Totally. And we've got updates from some pretty big names, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tencent, Inception Labs,
The big ones.
OpenAI,
Of course.
even Hume AI. They're all pushing the limits of what AI can do.
And believe me, they are not just pushing boundaries, they're practically leaping over them at this point.
Okay, so let's jump right in, shall we?
Let's do it.
First up is a model that is all about speed.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Tencent, they just dropped this thing called Huan Turbo S,
Okay.
and they are claiming that it's twice as fast as any of the current, like, slow-thinking models out there.
Wow, twice as fast.
They're saying, like, a 44% reduction. In that lag time you always get when you ask AI to do something.
That kind of speed boost, that's enormous, especially if you're thinking about AI for things that need instant responses. Like,
Yeah.
imagine chatbots
Oh, that would be amazing.
that can actually keep up with a conversation.
That's the dream.
Or even think about AI characters in video games that react in real time, no lag.
So no more watching that little spinning wheel, like
Yes.
waiting for the AI to catch up. That's a huge win, right?
This is
But how do they manage to make it so much faster? They're calling it this hybrid-Mamba transformer fusion, which,
It sounds pretty complex.
yeah, so it's a bit intimidating.
It is clever, actually.
Really?
Very clever. Imagine if you could combine the best parts of two different super efficient engines, right? That's basically what they've done.
Interesting.
They've taken the Mamba architecture,
Okay.
which is amazing, by the way, at handling huge amounts of data very quickly.
Wow.
And they merged it, right, with the power of transformers, which are known for understanding context really well.
So it's like they combined like the speed of a race car
Yeah.
with the brains of, I don't know, like a supercomputer.
Exactly. And here's the thing, and this is what I love, it's not only faster, it's actually cheaper to run as well.
Oh, really?
Much cheaper.
That's music to the ears of, well, anyone who wants to use powerful AI, really,
Yeah.
without breaking the bank.
Without a doubt.
Are they making this accessible to people?
They're actually offering a free trial on their cloud platform so people can actually take Turbo S for a spin.
Okay, I like that. Try before you buy.
Exactly.
Now, shifting gears a little bit,
Okay.
Inception Labs is doing something totally, like, completely different with their new Mercury model.
Oh, yeah, this one's interesting.
It's all about changing how we, I don't know, how we even think about generating text.
It's mind-blowing, to be honest. This is what they're calling the first commercially available diffusion-based language model,
Okay, that's a mouthful.
or DLLM for short.
DLLM. Okay.
You've probably heard of diffusion models, I assume, for creating images and videos.
Yeah, like all that incredible stuff people are doing with Midjourney.
Exactly.
Or OpenAI's Sora.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah, those are pretty wild.
Yeah,
But applying that to text,
I know.
that's a whole other level.
It is. It's a whole other level.
So how does that even work?
It's like the difference between, imagine writing a sentence, word by word, right?
Okay.
And somehow composing the whole thing at once.
Whoa.
Like, if you think about a painter filling an entire canvas simultaneously, Mercury, this model, it generates text in parallel.
In parallel.
Yeah, instead of sequentially.
Instead of sequentially, okay.
Which is how most language models work,
Yeah, okay, so that sounds cool, but what does it actually mean in terms of, like, speed? Like, how much faster is it really?
They're claiming, and I've seen some tests, that it's up to 10 times faster than traditional language models.
10 times.
Up to 10 times.
Wow.
And get this, it can churn out over 1,000 tokens per second on those powerful, NVIDIA H100 GPUs.
Okay, that's crazy fast, especially without needing any specialized hardware, right?
Especially without specialized hardware.
I'm starting to see why they're calling this like a potential new era for real-time text application.
Absolutely, it really is.
It's like the difference between like dial-up
Hmm.
and broadband.
Exactly. And think about the applications for this, right? Like customer support.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually instant.
No waiting on hold.
No way down. Or, like code generation. Right. That actually keeps up with your thought.
That would be incredible.
Or all those automation tasks that, they're done before you even finish asking.
It's like we're getting close. I don't know. It feels like we're approaching that sci-fi level of AI
Yeah.
where it just becomes this like invisible, super helpful force in our lives.
We might be closer than you think. But of course, OpenAI, right?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering when they'd show up.
They weren't just going to sit back and watch all this unfold.
Yeah, right.
They just launched GPT 4.5.
Okay.
And it's making let me tell you, some serious waves in the AI world.
Yeah, I mean, they always seem to be one step ahead.
They do.
So what have they focused on improving this time around?
They've been, I think, laser focused on making GPT more reliable.
Okay.
Which is, something a lot of people have been asking for.
Yeah.
Those moments, Ray, like when AI just seems to, I don't know, make things up.
Yeah, yeah. It's like talking to someone who's just suddenly gone off the deep end.
Exactly.
And like you question everything they say after that.
Absolutely. So with GPT 4.5, I think they've made some big steps in reducing those what we call hallucinations.
Oh, hallucinations, yeah.
And improving, I think, how well it understands, what you're actually asking for.
So it's like they've given it a dose of common sense.
Yeah.
And like a better grasp on reality.
That's a great way to put it. They've also made it multimodal, which means it can handle text, images, even work with files.
Oh, wow.
So think about, how much more we interact with the world, right, through different forms of media these days.
Absolutely.
It only makes sense that AI would, start to catch up.
It feels like a very natural evolution, I guess. Like we don't just think in words anymore.
We don't.
So what are some examples of how that multimodality could actually be useful?
Okay, so imagine this. You're, putting together a report for work.
Okay.
You could ask GPT 4.5, right, to summarize like a research paper that has both text and charts.
Oh, wow.
And then have it pull relevant data from like a spreadsheet all in one go.
Whoa, that would save so much time and effort.
Absolutely.
No more like switching between different programs and like trying to piece everything together manually.
It's all about streamlining
Yeah,
your workflow,
I like that.
letting the AI do the heavy lifting.
Right, right.
And they've also, this is great, they've made GPT 4.5 much better at understanding and responding in multiple languages.
Oh, wow.
Which is a huge, huge win for anyone, I think, who works in, a global environment.
That's huge. Yeah, especially as more and more teams are collaborating, cross borders.
Absolutely.
So how did they actually achieve all these improvements? It sounds like they must have really overhauled the training process.
Oh, they've been busy. One of the key things I think that they've incorporated is reinforcement learning from human feedback.
Okay, that's
Or RLHF.
RLHF. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fancy way of saying that they're constantly training the model based on how, real people interact with it.
So it's like having, I don't know, like a whole army of tutors
Yeah.
constantly shaping GPT 4.5's understanding of the world and how to respond, in the most helpful way.
Exactly. They're essentially teaching it to align more closely with our needs.
Yeah.
And our expectations.
Okay.
And this has led to some, I think, really interesting advancements in GPT 4.5's reasoning abilities.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It can now handle much more complex tasks and even come up with solutions to problems, right, that would have stumped earlier models.
It sounds like they're really getting closer to that, AI as a helpful partner ideal,
Absolutely.
that people have been talking about for years.
And it's not just about making it smarter, right? It's about
Yeah.
making it more trustworthy, too.
Right.
I mean, people need to feel confident that the AI they're interacting with, it's reliable, it's accurate, especially as these models become, more and more powerful.
So we've got a super fast model from Tencent,
Yeah,
a mind-bending text generation approach from Inception Labs,
that's right.
and an even smarter and more reliable GPT from OpenAI.
That's right.
It's been quite a week.
It has. But we're not done yet.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Okay, hit me.
We need to talk about Hume AI
Okay.
and their new model called Octave.
Octave, okay.
which is all about, giving AI a voice.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
But it's not just about making AI speak, though.
Okay.
It's about making it speak with emotion.
Oh, that's intriguing. Yeah, I remember like those early text-to-speech systems from years ago.
A robot voice.
So robotic.
Yeah.
And jarring. It always felt like you were, I don't know, talking to a machine.
Exactly. But Hume AI, they're trying to change that.
Right.
They're really focused on creating a PTS system that doesn't just read words, right? But that actually conveys the feelings behind them.
Okay, yeah.
Like a human voice would.
So no more robotic monotone.
No more robotic monotone.
Okay, sign me up.
It's exciting. But how do they actually teach an AI to understand and express emotions?
Right. Yeah, it seems like such a, I don't know, uniquely human thing.
That's the magic of it, right? They've developed some really advanced natural language processing and speech synthesis techniques that focus on interpreting the emotional context of the text.
So it's not just about like pronouncing the words correctly.
It's not.
It's about understanding like the nuances, right?
Yes.
Of tone,
yes.
inflection, even like the subtle pauses
All of it.
that convey meaning and feeling.
It's about adding that extra layer,
Right.
of depth and expressiveness that makes a voice sound truly, human. They even have this example. I love this. They call it the Goblin Auctioneer.
The Goblin Auctioneer.
Goblin Auctioneer.
I don't even know what to imagine with that.
Which, I mean, I can only imagine is a voice filled with personality and dramatic flair.
Yeah, I'm picturing something straight out of like a fantasy movie or something.
Exactly.
So, okay, but what are some of the real-world applications for a TTS system that can actually like convey emotions? Where could we actually see this being used?
Oh, the possibilities, honestly, they're vast.
It's really incredible to see how these AI innovations are doing so much more than just, improving efficiency or automating tasks, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not just about making things faster or easier anymore. It's like they're expanding what's possible,
Totally.
enhancing creativity.
Yeah.
And even connecting with us on an emotional level.
Okay, that's powerful. So where are we actually seeing these like cutting-edge advancements being applied? Like real-world stuff.
Oh, that's the really exciting part. This isn't just theoretical, it's not just happening in research labs.
Yeah.
This stuff is being like actively integrated into so many different fields.
Oh, wow.
Transforming industries, changing, I think, how we live and work every single day.
Okay, so give me some examples. Like, where is it actually making a difference?
All right, so remember we were talking about Tencent's Huan Turbo S?
Yeah, the speed demon.
All about speed, right?
Yeah.
Well, one area where it's proving to be, like, invaluable is in the financial sector.
Oh, really?
Especially in high-frequency trading.
High-frequency trading.
We're talking about, like, split-second decisions.
Wow.
Where milliseconds can translate into, millions of dollars.
Yeah, the stakes are high.
Very high. So Turbo S is basically giving these traders, it's like a supercharged edge.
So it can keep up with the market.
It can analyze massive amounts of data, market data, in the blink of an eye, identify trends that honestly would be impossible for humans to even spot.
Yeah.
And then execute trades, with lightning speed.
So it's like having, like a super-powered financial analyst working 24/7, never needs a coffee break, never sleeps.
Exactly. And it's not just about speed, right? Turbo S can also it can identify those really complex patterns, right?
Yeah.
And correlations in the data that often, signal these major market shifts.
It's almost like it can predict the future a little bit.
In a way, yeah. I mean, it's helping financial institutions, make smarter investment decisions, manage risk more effectively, even tailor financial advice to individual clients.
Oh, wow. So it's bringing like a whole new level of personalization to finance.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely an area to watch, I think. Okay, so let's shift gears. Let's jump over to the entertainment industry.
Okay, yeah, that's a fun one.
Remember Inception Labs' Mercury model?
Yeah, the one that changes how we generate text, right?
How we think about it, even.
Yeah.
Well, that technology, I'm telling you, it's having a huge impact on interactive storytelling and game development.
Oh, that's interesting. So how is a model that's good at writing text like changing how we experience games and stories?
Okay, so think about like video games, right?
Yeah.
Where the story, it adapts in real time based on the choices you make as a player.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Right. So with Mercury's speed and flexibility, those narratives, they could become so incredibly dynamic
Yeah.
and immersive.
So it's not just like picking between a set of pre-written options. The AI is actually like creating new story branches on the fly based on what you do in the game.
Exactly. It would be like, imagine playing a game, right? Where the story is like constantly evolving, always keeping you on the edge of your seat.
Wow. Okay. That would definitely take like storytelling in games to a whole new level. What about outside of games?
Oh, absolutely. Think about like interactive novels,
Yeah.
or those choose your own adventure stories.
Yeah, I loved those as a kid.
Where the AI is actually generating the text, right?
Yeah.
In response to your choices. You could potentially read the same story like multiple times and have a completely different experience each time.
That's pretty mind-blowing. It's like the line between the creator and the audience, it's blurring,
It is.
giving us way more agency, right?
Yeah.
In how the story unfolds.
Absolutely. And that's just, scratching the surface.
Okay, so what else? What else is out there?
Well, let's bring back OpenAI's GPT 4.5 into the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Remember we were talking about its enhanced reasoning abilities and how it can now handle both text and images.
Right. So where are those improvements like really shining through?
Well, I have a feeling you might guess this one.
Is it education?
Education, exactly.
Oh.
Imagine a learning platform, right?
Yeah.
That's truly personalized to each student's needs and abilities.
That's the holy grail, isn't it?
It is. So GPT 4.5 could, for example, analyze a student's work.
Okay.
Figure out where they need more help.
Yeah.
And even create like custom learning materials and exercises.
Wow.
Tailored to their specific learning style.
That's incredible.
It's like having, a personal AI tutor.
Yeah.
That's available 24/7, always ready to help you understand a concept or practice a skill.
And because it can process both text and images, you said.
Both.
It could give feedback like on handwritten assignments.
Exactly. Or create like interactive simulations, right? To make learning more engaging.
Oh, that's cool.
Or even generate like visual aids to help students grasp, complex ideas.
It's taking that whole concept of personalized learning and just taking it to a whole new level.
It's a revolution in education, I think. And finally, let's bring back Hume AI's Octave model.
Okay.
And its ability to, give AI a voice, but not just any voice, right? A voice that can actually convey emotions.
Yeah, the feeling, the emotion. So where are we seeing that technology actually like take root?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind for me is audiobooks.
Oh yeah, okay.
Imagine listening to a story, right? Where the narrator's voice, it actually conveys the full range of emotions of the characters.
Wow.
From joy and excitement to sadness and fear.
That would be a completely different listening experience.
It would. You'd be fully immersed in the story.
Yeah.
Feeling every emotion. As if you were right there with the character.
And it wouldn't just be for like entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Think about virtual assistants.
Yeah, that could actually understand.
And respond to your mood. Make interactions feel more natural, more like empathetic.
Absolutely.
Or even like educational tools that could use a more expressive voice, right? To keep students, engaged and motivated.
It's about making technology more human. And let's not forget the impact, on accessibility too.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, Octave could make digital content much more accessible for people, with visual impairments or learning disabilities, allowing them to experience the full richness and emotion, of written text.
So it's really about like more than just the technology itself, right? It's how it can be used to make a positive impact.
I think that's a key takeaway from this whole deep dive.
Yeah.
AI is becoming, more than just a tool. It's evolving into something that can augment human potential.
I like that.
Right. Allowing us to achieve more, experience more, and connect with each other and the world around us in deeper, more meaningful ways.
It's definitely an exciting time to be following the world of AI.
It really is.
It feels like we're just, the beginning of something truly transformative.
And the pace of innovation, it's only accelerating. It makes you wonder, like, what incredible breakthroughs will we be talking about a year from now?
I can't even imagine. Well, until then, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the latest AI innovations.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you found it insightful.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little bit mind-blowing.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions. The future of AI, it's unfolding before our very eyes.
That's for sure.
And it's a journey we're all on together.